Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Perkins, and my inquiry question was, how can technology increase student motivation to read among reluctant readers? I think that if students are motivated to read, their reading comprehension scores will improve. I selected this topic because I enjoy reading, and I wanted to learn how technology could influence students to read. When I began this inquiry, I first needed to determine if motivation really does improve reading comprehension. I determined that motivation has to do with students' beliefs about themselves and their ability to be successful. When it comes to reading, students have to believe they have the ability to read well. Motivated students read because they have the desire to read and therefore spend time reading. If teachers can increase students' motivation to read, students will read. Greater amounts of time spent reading leads to higher test scores. Therefore, motivation improves reading comprehension because motivation leads to more reading, which in turn leads to improved reading comprehension. Once I determined this, I was able to conduct my inquiry. I found that technology can increase student motivation to read. One way to use technology to increase motivation is through the use of electronic books or online text with hypermedia. The hypermedia gives students links to more information or definitions they need to improve their understanding of the text. Electronic books can convert text to words and help students who are struggling. Both of these devices give students more control over their reading and help them read successfully. Students are more motivated to read if they feel they will read successfully. Plus, students often have more fun interacting with technology than a regular book, and enjoyment can also lead to increased motivation. Another way to use technology to increase motivation is through the use of reading software. Reading software is able to adapt to each student's progress and increase the difficulty of the task gradually. Students are motivated when they are challenged, but not when they are overwhelmed. The reading software adjusts to the needs of the student and makes learning more interesting and interactive. Related to the use of the reading software is the use of computer games to increase student motivation to read. These games must be related to reading concepts while maintaining game-like qualities and having increasing levels of difficulty. In this way, students are lost in the game and do not realize they are learning. Students also like the fact that they are not graded on their progress and are not immediately corrected by a teacher. They know they have to improve in order to move to the next level. Students are intrinsically motivated to play these games and to learn. Another way to increase student motivation to read is to use the internet to give students access to a wide variety of texts. Students are more motivated to read something that is relevant to their lives. Allowing students to read websites or blogs about a topic of interest will motivate them to read because they are reading about something that interests them. When conducting my research, I did searches using Google Scholar, Google Books, the UF online databases, and several different websites. I searched using words like technology, student, motivation, and read. I found the informal sites connecting technology and motivation to be the most interesting because I believe that motivation has a big impact on student achievement. I also realized that students like using technology, so by connecting the two, I think students will be more successful. I preferred the informal sources because they often gave me a teacher's perspective. Overall, I found that technology can increase motivation and motivation can lead to improved reading comprehension.